Hey everyone, this is Mike with the One Stop Co-op Shop, and today I'm doing a playthrough of the solo mode in We Are Coming Nineveh, and disclaimer that I got a review copy of this one. And if you like the content on the One Stop Co-op Shop, consider supporting us through Patreon. You get early access to our videos and exclusive videos every month you can't see anywhere else. You can also listen to our podcast for reviews and design discussions, or join the conversation and say hi on our Discord. So We Are Coming Nineveh is a block-based war game, if you haven't seen one of these before. And this is a step-based, block-based war game. I used to play a lot of these with the Columbia war games, like Hammer of the Scots was a favorite. This means that the blocks are facing towards you, so you have fog of war because the other player can't see what your units are. And then as they take damage, they are being rotated and their combat capabilities are getting worse. So kind of a core concept of this game if you've never seen anything like that before. But this one, We Are Coming Nineveh models, I think it was a 2017 conflict between ISIS, the Islamic State, Daesh, lots of names for them. Those are the black cubes here, and in the solo mode, they are the enemy, and the Iraqi Security Forces with support from a whole coalition. And they're trying to get ISIS out of Mosul, especially the old city. So I'm going to be controlling all the units down here that you can see some of, and there are just a ton of enemy units all around the board, although some of them aren't really there. They're just rumors that when I move into them or attack them, they'll just disappear. And we're going to see how well I do measuring a few metrics. First of all, there's a time track that's going to advance, and the game will last up to 12 turns, although if I ever wipe out every unit from the old city, if all these cubes are gone, the game immediately ends, so that's why the AI kind of prioritizes having just a ton of units in there. But then additionally, I'm trying to minimize casualties. The more of my people that get destroyed or severely injured is going to increase this track, and I'm trying to minimize collateral damage, which is going to come kind of naturally as I attack things, but also if I use a lot of artillery and such, it'll make it much worse. And in the competitive game, both players secretly select one of the three tracks to be their focus, the thing that they want to for the ISF, the Iraqi Security Forces, to keep low, and for ISIS to keep high. And whichever ones you pick, their score is doubled, and then you add up all the values, and you check it against the chart to kind of see how you did. Now, in the solo mode, I have picked collateral damage, and I just take a random card to represent Daesh's priorities, so we'll find out what that is at the end of the game. Additionally, for the solo mode, this is a bit of an annoyance, like definitely if you're thinking about getting this game, this is something to be aware of. You have to randomize the blocks for the enemies and then place them in very random ways. Like you have to keep the blocks in the right orientation so that their health value doesn't change, but then still mix them up and then randomize them around. And this is a solo mode that gives you, the player, a lot of choice of deciding what is, best for the AI. So throughout the placement process, which I've already done here, you'll be rolling a d6 and it'll be like, hey, put it in the place close to a road, put it in a place south of the old city. So some of them are very directed, but then other ones are just like, put it somewhere that seems good to you, which, is fine, but just be aware kind of for a lot of stuff going on in this solo mode that the player is going to be forced to make choices for the AI. It also means that it plays a lot faster. You're not having to check a billion reference charts and priority lists, but yeah, that's something to be aware of. Now, I had a lot of choices to make before the game started to talk about that. So first of all, I've got three main forces. I've got, I put them in the middle area here, the Counterterrorism Service. They're probably my best overall units, and especially for the old city, they're the only ones who can really bring the pain in there. Over here on my left flank, I put the 9th Armored Division. They're really the strongest, better than even the Counterterrorism Service, but they cannot go in the old city, which again is the main way I win the game. So they're kind of limited to playing cleanup around the area. And then on the right flank, I put the two blue groups, the Emergency Response Division and the Federal Police. You have cards for all these people, but only CTS and the Armored Division have special rules for you to reference. And I've got three leaders, one for each of these divisions that are going to let me use special powers, although if they get killed, I'll lose all of that. Now, additionally, very cool aspect of the game, at the beginning you get to buy 30 points worth of these capability cards, the cost being over here. And there are a ton of these, both for Daesh if you're playing competitive and for the ISF side if you're playing solo. Now, in my last game, didn't go great. I took a ton of artillery, and it just kept on missing, and my collateral damage went through the roof. So I'm trying to be a little bit more targeted and careful this time. So the only artillery I've taken is this Coalition Unmanned Aerial Vehicle, UAV, which cannot cause collateral damage unless it's attacking in the old city. So this is kind of the most targeted, accurate thing you've got in the game. And this is a little bit overboard, but for 6 more points, I took the additional Coalition Support, which gives me a chance every turn of getting to attack a second time with that. So I'm going to really try to minimize collateral damage while getting as much damage on them as possible. Also, a big one, I didn't take this last time, but I just wanted some more units. So for 9 points, I got army reinforcements, which gave me these 3 units here, much weaker than the tanks. But hey, the nice thing is they can go in the old city, and they can at the very least provide cover and like take damage for the CTS over here. Then a few other things. I got the Coalition Training Mission, which lets CTS units re-roll a die once per turn in the old city, which again is the most important part of the game. So I want to get them in there as quickly as possible. I got this Operational Pause, which basically, it's only 2 points, by the way, lets me not attack for an entire turn, but I get to heal a little bit and move my people up and get some other bonuses. And then finally, I got an Enhanced EOD capability, which is going to give me a chance to cancel IED attacks because a bunch of those blocks waiting for me on the board are secretly IEDs that could blow up my units. So that's what I went with. Again, though, there are tons of options that I could have chosen instead, but yeah, I didn't like how the game went last time, so I'm hoping for a bit more success. And how the game progresses is it switches off between turns, so each force gets a chance to go every round. In the competitive game, the ISF goes first, but in the solo game, Daesh is going to go first. And for me, I get to do some like rally phase, support phase stuff, and use some special powers. Then I get to move everybody. Then I resolve attacks anywhere where we are sharing an area. And then we do some end of turn stuff, and that's it. So it's mainly move, attack, move, attack. That's kind of like the most important part of the turn. But for Daesh, instead of having to do any of that stuff or track any of that stuff, you have this deck of military council cards. And you also, by the way, don't give them any capability cards. They don't like take anything at the outset. Instead, the kind of capabilities they might have are in this deck. Because in the actual competitive game, your capabilities are hidden until they're revealed, like until you use them to do something cool. And additionally, in the solo mode, Daesh goes first. I might have already said that. Sorry, it's early in the morning. So they're going to draw a card and resolve it. And you'll see that like they don't have a move phase. They don't have an attack phase. You just literally draw the card and do what it says to the best of your ability. And then it's your turn. So it tends to be pretty quick. So let's see what they're doing. Okay, so first, mortars. And it says if the mortar unit is still in play, you will know that it's not because it's somewhere. And if I kill it, then it won't be in play anymore. And they do have set units in the old city and not in the old city. So the mortar is one of these blocks that is not in the old city. Heck, it could be this one right here. I have no idea. And it says if the mortar is still in play, place a disruption marker on the 2 ISF units farthest to the east, which is going to be this whole blue area over here. By the way, these starting areas can hold any number of blocks, but once we start getting into the rest of the map, these lighter brown areas are urban areas that can hold up to 3 blocks at a time. These darker brown areas are open areas that can hold up to 4 blocks at a time. And then the old city, the main place we're trying to get to, can only hold 2 blocks at a time, which really makes it a claustrophobic knife fight. Okay, so when things are tight, I get to pick. And same thing for like damage in an area, you get to pick how to assign it. So I'm going to disrupt 2 of these police units who are just a little bit weaker and not as good for fighting anyway. Disruption gives them a -1 modifier to their attacks. And how attacking works when we actually get to it is you're trying to roll equal to or greater to the topmost value of your block currently. As they rotate, their attacking will get worse. So normally the Federal Police would hit on a 5+. Right now those guys are hitting on a 6+. And if they would get disrupted again through an effect, they instead take what's called a step loss, which is rotating their block. And if they rotate to nothing or make a full rotation, then they actually die and I take a lot of casualties. Okay, and then reinforce. Inside the old city, if any area is empty, move a unit there from outside the old city if possible. Okay, that does not apply because at the beginning of the game, every old city area is full. Then move all units outside the old city closer to the old city without entering it. In so doing, Daesh may move into ISF areas and attack. All right, so we're just going to do a quick... Again, they don't want you to be like too, I don't think, precious about this. You just kind of want to move quickly. So I don't know, these guys can fit in a little bit closer there. I guess they would have to be here, and this guy could be in there with them. And then, yeah, we can just kind of do stuff like that. I'll note there's a pretty unusual card. There actually aren't that many cards that move the units like this. So don't think you'll have to like deal with the cubes moving for the enemies all the time. All right, we'll call that good. We'll call that good. And that's it for their entire turn. And by the way, even when it's a competitive game, the Daesh player is not going to be attacking the ISF that often unless they're vulnerable. They really are playing a defensive game, which is what makes this entire solo mode work. But that was the entire Daesh turn. Now we get to the ISF turn. And first in the rally phase, we do a few things. If our HQ units are in supply, which means basically that they're not completely surrounded by Daesh-controlled areas with black blocks in there, Then they each get to recover 1 special order, but we started with max special orders, so right now that doesn't matter. Then HQs can spend special orders for their own units, so the brown HQ can only affect the brown, like the tanks. The yellow can only affect the counterterrorism guys. The blue can only affect the police and such. And they have to be within 3 areas. That's kind of our operational range for communication. But yes, now in the support phase, we can rally units by spending special orders, and that means to remove the disrupted tokens from them. So blue could heal these guys, but honestly, I'm not going to yet because I want to save as many of those special orders for dice rerolls, because you'll see being able to roll your dice and not miss all the time is a very valuable thing. Then the big one is we get to use anything that's used during the support phase, which is going to be my artillery. So for a lot of cards, you can just like tap them once per turn and show that they've been used, exhaust them. So this one I can use once per game turn during the support phase. And this one's really cool. Most artillery can do, so it lets me reveal any 1 dice block, and then I may conduct a drone attack against it. So I roll a 1 to 6. On a 1 to 2, I would deal collateral damage on that track, which is making me lose the game more, but only if I'm targeting the old city. On a 3, I do nothing. On a 4 to 6, 50% chance I inflict a step loss. And again, this is so much better than the other artilleries, which will like hit on just a 6 or just a 5 to 6, but cause collateral damage like with all the other results. And this one lets me also see somebody, so it's like the best one by far. And then I can use this once per game turn. I roll a die and double the result. If the total is greater than the collateral damage, which right now is 0, then I can use a single coalition air support, UAV, or artillery support twice during this phase. So we're going to do that. Hey, I think I rolled higher than 0. Yeah, 2 times 2 is 4. So I get to use this twice. So let's go and look at stuff. All right, so I kind of have a choice for how to target things here. I'm definitely be able to get into combat with these like closest blocks first. So I might want to target there, for example, where there's a lot of units. But also at the end of the game, even if you wipe out the entire old city, every single block that's still on the board kind of impacts you negatively. So I might want to use the UAV just to like check all these outskirt blocks and see if they're actually units. But for this turn, I do want to make this big battle a little bit easier for my people. So let's just pick one at random. Okay, and this is a militia, their most common unit. I'm having them face upside down like it was a player, so they're currently on their 4+ side, their strongest one. Remember, I want a 4+ to deal damage. Got it. So this guy's at their 5+ side. They are now damaged. So now I can use it again. Do I want to target something else? Because if I find an IED and hit it, then it blows up without ever hurting me. Although I do have my little disposal robot thing, so I might be okay. If I get a rumor, which is like nobody actually there, then the block just goes away, but I'll have wasted the attack. So yeah, let's just hit the same militia again and really weaken him so that he won't be able to hit me too easily because defenders get first fire in combat. Beautiful. All right. This is already starting off better than my previous game. So that guy is super hurt. But that is it for my support stuff. So let's talk about movement and get some rules out of the way. So for Daesh, pretty much every unit can move a single space. Okay, it's very simple. You just move from one area to another, denoted by these lines, done. But for a few Daesh units that have greater movement capability, we're not going to have to worry about that much in the solo mode unless a specific card is drawn. And for every single one of the ISF units, every single one of my people, we can also use fast movement. And how that works is, you got to kind of follow me for a second because it's probably one of the more confusing rules in the game. You have to start next to a yellow line, which are like the highways basically. And then imagine the unit is literally driving along the yellow line. And you can go forever. You can go as far as you want. You can go through these intersections and keep on going to another direction. But the moment that your yellow line travel reaches an area that has enemies on either side of the road, it doesn't matter if you were on like the west or east side originally, on either side of the road, you immediately have to stop moving in there. Which is why the solo bot put out so many units kind of like around the roads to stop us from just quickly encircling them. And especially to stop us from getting their supply taken out, because they need to be able to trace supply. This is a very simple supply system, so don't get worried if you've seen war games with more complicated stuff. They need to be able to trace a line from the northern edge, where these little red symbols are, either along this main highway to this space, so that they can kind of supply their forces in the old city, or through controlled areas to that space. So right now, these blocks here. So basically, if I can get somebody next to the highway, and if I can take out just this one block, right? Well, no, I guess this is also... No. Yeah, that's the only uninterrupted path. So yeah, if I can take out this block and get somebody next to this highway to block it up, then they'll be out of supply. In competitive, that would mean they would take 1 automatic damage on a unit of their choice every single round. But for the solo mode, many of the military council cards are going to mention what happens if they're not in supply. But yeah, long story short, they are blocking me up quite a bit. So I want to come in and bring the hurt. So let's go ahead and send all 3 super tanks in here to attack whatever that is. Remember, these guys cannot go into the old city, so they are pretty much going to be exclusively on cleanup for a while. And with that being the case, this is an open area that can hold up to 4 units. And the tanks actually have a bonus to combat. They get +1 to their hits in open areas. Oh my gosh, which means their 2+ would be a 1+, and they would automatically hit those guys. So that'll be nice if they don't move. Now, you don't want to leave your HQ alone because, at least in the competitive game, but also I think the military council models this, Daesh has like tunnels and stuff, like hidden capability cards that would suddenly let them move people across the map and like surprise you if you left units behind or didn't protect your flanks. So yeah, I think that's good for Brown for now. I mean, they can just go along the road very quickly later if they want to. And how about these guys? The tanks would attack here so much better, but I still want to kind of get somebody in. So let's send one of the blue units to kind of just take damage for them. I never want to get my better units hurt when I can have somebody else take the damage. And then remember, we can fit 4 in here. So these guys are all driving along the road and then getting stopped right there. Okay, so they're all going to go there. And honestly, that might be it for now because I can just drive so quickly to everywhere else I might want to be in a moment. So we'll call that it for movement. Now, in whatever order we want, we're going to pick a spot, reveal the enemy blocks there, and then conduct combat. So let's do this one with only a single guy. Oh, it's another militia. Hitting on a 4+, remember you're paying attention to side facing. And defenders always roll first. So every single guy rolls 1 at a time. They got a 4. Darn it. But tanks have a special ability that whenever they would suffer a step loss, because I get to pick who takes the damage, but right now it's all equivalent. Maybe I should have sent this weaker unit in. But whenever tanks take a damage, they have a special power. I roll a die, and on a 5 or 6, they cancel the damage. Nope. So I do have to hurt one of my tanks. Wah, wah. And now we get to attack 1 at a time. And let's start with a 2+ tank. Got it. That's 1 damage. Another 2+ tank. Got it. And my 3+ tank. Got it. So that's 1, 2, dead. Hey, that was a great first combat. Now, to explain what would happen, though, if we hadn't defeated the guy, and we'll probably see that here in a second. First, the defenders have the option to retreat, which here they probably would, like, towards the old city, because you have to decide if they retreat as well. Again, a lot of player choice going into the solo mode here. But then if they don't retreat, then the attacker has to retreat. Although the CTS, they have like a special rule where if the enemy didn't retreat, they can force a second round of combat. We'll see that in action later on in the game. All right, but let's zoom in on the bigger battle. We know that super hurt guy is there. And what is... Oh, that's one of their child-like militia people. These Oshball units that in a competitive game they would have had to pay for. They're pretty weak. And what's left? Oh, a rumor. Okay, so that's nobody. So it's actually only 2 blocks. One of them is nearly dead. The other one is also pretty hurt. So let's go ahead and roll. So the 5+ guy misses. And the 6+ guy... Dang it, really? Oh, and shoot, I totally forgot a very important mechanic, which is the event system. So you have this deck of cards that have either, well, that's a lot of 6s, a 6 or a 1 on the back, and only during combat, not any other rolls, so like not when I use my UAV. If that result is rolled, after you resolve that attack, you flip over the top event card and see what it does. So here we had to take 1 step. We're going to take it on my blue guy as planned, keep my CTS fresh as long as possible. And what do we have? Fighting devastates the old city. If the combat is currently being resolved in an old city area, 1 collateral damage. A lot of these will cause collateral damage. Luckily, we are not in the old city, so we're fine. All right, now it's time for some payback. Let's roll with our 5+ blue guy first. I missed, but you know what? He is within exactly 3 areas of the HQ, and we're going to get an order back for free in a second, so let's go ahead and put it down to 2, because one of the uses of special orders is to reroll. So there are 3 uses, by the way. You can get rid of disruption, you can reroll dice on your own attacks, not like when you're being attacked, and finally, you can use a special order to have a single block move again, to get them like further into enemy territory or whatever. All right, so we're trying again, 5+, we'll probably still miss, yep. But like I said, it was basically a free special order, so why not? All right, but now let's get to the guys that are actually more likely to hit the 3+ CTS. All right, number 1 hits, and that's another event. But I get to pick... I guess they'll damage or they'll kill off the weaker guy first before they take out that guy. Okay, laws of armed conflict. If the level of collateral damage is higher than the current turn, it's not... And, oh, we couldn't have used any coalition capabilities next turn. So we would not been able to use our UAV, but luckily that didn't happen. As you can see, some events will just be for nothing. The new card on the top of the deck, by the way, is a 1. All right, second CTS hits, and that's not an event. And third, CTS hits. Wow, a lot of sixes. Dead. Cool, so we haven't had to retreat yet. We're making good progress, because clearly if you have to retreat and then the enemies stay there, you'll just kind of slow down your entire movement for the turn. And that's going to be it. So at the end of the turn, any blocks that had been revealed by combat would get flipped back up, but here we don't care because we're just keeping them revealed. Any of my tapped cards come back to use next round. And time advances to round 2. Cool, here we go. All right, so what's Daesh got for us now? Human shields. Place a human shield marker in each of 2 Daesh areas or in or adjacent to the old city. You may not overstack in doing so. I had mentioned that the stacking limit is 2 or 3 or 4 based on the space. All right, and this is what they look like. And it says that when I attack in an area with human shields, I have to subtract 1 from my attack rolls, or I double any collateral damage from events and such. All right, so they said where? In or adjacent to the old city. So here, they have a little bit of stacking limit room here. Let's put some human shields in there. Okay, and then stupid mortars. I want to find those mortars as quickly as possible. Okay, if the mortar unit's in play, place a disruption marker on the northernmost ISF unit. And when they say northernmost, southernmost, easternmost, they want you to actually look at like the furthest tip of the space. So it's going to be one of these guys. Well, clearly, I want it to be, well, actually... just to spread the level a bit, let's put it on one of the CTS guys, and I'll just use one of my special orders to clear it, because blue already has 2 disrupted units. Oh, and then crud, place the Daesh technical unit on a main road on the northern map edge. It'll proceed south via fast road movement until it encounters an ISF area and attack this. So the technicals, they hit very well, by the way. This is one of the only fast-moving units for Daesh. And so yeah, they're going to be like, and immediately drive. Do the first person they encounter, my tank squad. Oh, sorry, I guess... boop. Okay, they're going to get hit on a 3+. Leave my tanks alone. I mean, my tanks can't go into the old city, so it's not that bad if they get hurt. Oh, they missed, but it's an event. Ambush. The player that drew this card suffers an immediate step loss in the current area. Shouldn't have come here, buddy. Shouldn't have come here. You're dead. Yeah, this is the least scary technical attack ever. Oh, I missed with my first tank. But the new event is a 6. I mean, I'm going to hit with the next one, right? There's a 2+ as well. Oh, another event, but he is gone. Their attack didn't last very long. Fighting devastates Mosul. Add 1 collateral damage, nothing I can do about it. That takes us to 1. Oh, the ISF may ignore this card if they have, yeah, there's something I could have bought. Rules of engagement. I could have given my people more control over themselves, which maybe I should have done since I made collateral damage, the one that's getting doubled. But, oh well. But that's it for their turn, a sort of hopeless attack and nothing else. Okay, and all of HQ is in supply. Again, for us not to be in supply, we'd like literally need to be completely surrounded by Daesh to the point where we couldn't even like trace empty spaces back to the southern board edge. Like that, I guess, would do it. So yeah, we're pretty much always going to be in supply unless we majorly mess up. So the blue one's the only one that used special order. They'll go back. And I'll go ahead and get rid of one of the disruptions on the police, and the CTS leader will get rid of that disruption on the counterterrorism guy. So the mortar's work has been mostly undone. Okay, now I get to do my thing. So yeah, what do I do with my UAV? I think I want to try to clear the road and get them out of supply faster. So let's, I do have to, no, I double the die. So it's only at 1 collateral, so no matter what, it's going to be more. So I get to use the UAV twice this turn. Let's first see what this is. Ooh, it's an IED. So when I move into it, when combat would be resolved, instead I would roll a die. And for the small IEDs like that one, you get disrupted on a 4 and have to take 1 damage on a 5 to 6. So it's not too terrible. There are larger IEDs in the old city. They're a lot worse. But let's see if I can hit this thing with a 4, 5, 6, and then I don't have to worry about it at all. Dang it. Sure, let's go for it again. Second try. Dang it. Okay, so I did not destroy the IED. I'm just going to send somebody in to tank in. Oh, send a tank in to tank it, and we'll see what happens. But that's it for my special stuff. Oh, that's right. I have the enhanced. Why did I keep on shooting that? I didn't need to. Oh, well. All right, so let's see. So I'll send my 2 fresh tanks in along with, I'm going to move this guy up to take the damage from the IED if it gets through. And then this guy and this tank can go over here because they can get to this part of the highway and stop before they reach the IED. Oh, and I guess I'll move the leader up as well. Although I want to be within 3 areas of them. Let's see. Let's move 2 tanks up and that 1 guy there to kind of block damage. And then even though it's kind of early, should we push into the old city already? Should I go? Yeah, what the hey? Well, I can only bring 3 people. That's so many blocks. I should probably like soften that up with the UAV instead of shooting at IEDs. Or whatever. I mean, there's a good chance that at least one of them is the, whatchamacallit, right? Some rumors. This guy can hang back for now. Now, very importantly, I do want to mention this. When you have to retreat, Daesh has to either retreat towards the northern board edge or toward the old city. and my units can only retreat toward the south, like towards where they came from. Which is important here for this fight because these people could retreat to this area. It is further south, closer to their board edge. It doesn't have to be like the closest thing. It just has to be toward that direction. But let's say, as I'm about to do, that I brought a bunch more units up into this area and they didn't have that option to retreat to. They would have to retreat into the area and go overstacking, which would disrupt every single unit that got overstacked. So you do not want to do that. But in this case, it should be okay. I'm going to send these 3 up and let's send a police officer to hang out with them. And then let's send these 3 along the highway to here, maybe. And let's get their leader over here. I'll send how about one of the disrupted guys to keep them company. This is all using fast movement, by the way. And then let's get a bunch of these guys over here with highway movement. And then let's get the rest over here to be closer to give orders. All right. So still only a couple of combats happening. Actually, this one's not even a combat, right? So let's see how the IED does. I believe, if I'm reading it right, that I roll for how the IED did first. I mean, what does this say? Use once per game turn in response to an IED attack. So is that like in response to them moving in or response to it actually trying to blow up? I'm going to assume since it costs 4 that I get to see the result first. All right, so they roll, and that would disrupt one of us. So if I roll this and get a 4 through 6, I'll cancel it. But if I roll a 1, then I'll lose this card forever. Let's go for it. See if we can cancel the disruption. Oh, we did. Remember, those rolls do not trigger events. It's only combat rolls. All right, so the IED did nothing. So we are ready to soon try to get through and cut off their supply. Okay, now the scary one. Who's here waiting for me? Oh, a rumor. Lovely. And an IED. Okay. Another. Whoa, this is the best set of nothings ever. All right, but the IED I got to roll for, and I don't have my little robot to use again. But just a disruption, and clearly will disrupt policeman over here. But yeah, what a weird turn. No actual, real attacks going on. I mean, I'm not complaining, but it does mean that there are a ton of real units, everywhere else on this map, so, okay. It takes us into round 3, and what have we got? Reposition. All Daesh units outside the old city move towards the nearest road junction unless they're already adjacent, but do not enter an ISF area unless it contains fewer than 2 undisrupted units, which the only one on the entire map like that would be here or here, but they can't reach that, obviously. All right, so anyone who's not next to a road junction moves to the nearest one. So, I mean, this guy can't reach one anyway, but I guess he can go there. Those guys are already next to one. This one's already next to one. I guess, well, here, let's go there. I think they'd want to protect the supply more, right? Oh, and then these guys, I guess, would go there, and this guy could go there. And, yeah, all of these dudes can't really do anything. Well, I guess, one of them can come here, and then this guy can come here. Sure. Okay, Agile Foe. At the end of the game turn, reshuffle all the used and unused military council cards. Okay, so there's a reshuffle. Okay, Media Center. This is one of the things that's inside of the old city. They have a media center in there. They have a place that's producing ammo and more IEDs, and their leaders in there as well. So lots of things that you can take out, and then it'll weaken their cards. While the media center is still in play, any collateral damage counts double this turn unless we have the EW Sigint capability, which, I didn't take. So just for this turn, any of those cards that would cause collateral damage will double. Great. But you know what? I don't care. Let's. So I automatically get my second UAV attack. Let's do here first and see what we got. Another IED. Okay, I'm not going to shoot at it again, but let's see how it... Oh, there we go. We took it out. Boom. Oh, you know what? Wait. I just realized that I can put them out of supply too easily if that guy moves out because he was giving them their uninterrupted set of cubes or blocks. So they do want you to kind of override what the card does and make good decisions for Daesh. So I'm going to say that guy stays there to keep their supply because I'm definitely about to come into the highways here and cut him off. All right, so for the second UAV attack, let's try to weaken some of this stuff. So let's shoot at this. Oh, it's a rumor. Okay, so we don't roll for an attack, but hey, at least we know that area is a little bit weaker than we thought. There are 9 rumors total in the outside, and we've found 4 of them. So 5 more, that's a third of these blocks that are still on the board, are not actual units. But everybody in the old city is real. Speaking of the old city, man, am I really going to go in this turn? These were the human shields, right? So if I don't care about... I do care about collateral damage. I took it as my priority. But yeah, okay, whatever. Oh, I forgot to get my special orders back. And then... yeah, I'll have the blue one take away that one disruption. But I'm keeping yellow ready to go because I want them to help with the old city fighting. And also the coalition training mission, giving us a reroll with CTS units specifically, is going to be great. But again, only 2 of my units can fit in the old city at a time. It is going to be rough. And most of their units in there are these veterans that get +1 to hit while they're in the old city and have, I think, 4 life. So they're super tough to take out. It's going to be fun. All right, so let's get to moving. I want to hit as much as I can. So this tank can actually still follow the highway all the way around. So let's get him in there and this guy to block and him in there. Oh, wait, hold on. Let's do, what did I just do? Yeah, you know what? This tank that was coming from over here, because these guys were already adjacent. So let's have all of them be in here. And then this tank can fast travel up to there to get with this guy. We'll put them there and like that. Then we'll send my one slightly injured tank and this guy over to there. And then my HQ, it's going to be in a bit of danger. Well, that'll probably be fine. But yeah, that puts me within, no, does it? That puts me within 3 spaces of all my combats, yeah, for rerolls. Okay. And we'll just hope he doesn't get shot. All right, now over here, I mean, let's just start doing it, right? Let's send in 2 CTS units there. And we can send 2 CTS and 1 blocker into here. And 2 CTS and 1 blocker into there. And then who else do I want to move up? I guess you guys can go there. We can just kind of like move up in general over here. Now, if this guy moves up, they won't have anywhere to retreat to, and they're probably going to retreat because the old city is so tough. So let's just move all these guys up to support each other. And all right, yeah, could be a lot more combat this turn. Looks like we got 5 or 6 places fighting. All right, let's start with the simpler ones. That's an IED. And again, maybe I should be using my robot before I roll, but it missed anyway. All right, and here, haha, there it is. That's their mortar team. So they can only hit on a 6. Good luck, mortar team. Why? I didn't actually mean good luck. Okay. Well, you know what? Let's have one of the tanks try to take it because they might be able to block it. But also, like, if I'm clearing out this stuff quicker than I usually do. So these guys can remember help out in the old city, so I don't really want to hurt them. All right, so the tank is trying to roll to block. Nope. So they do take a damage. Okay, now, an event happens from the 6. Request for aid. Local officials ask Iraqi police for help caring for those fleeing the city. The ISAF player may remove 1 federal police unit from play for the rest of the game to reduce collateral damage by 1. And if we had humanitarian assistance, which we do... Okay. Yeah. Where's my 1? Yeah, get out of here. This guy's disrupted anyway. So he'll help out and I'll get collateral damage back down to 0. That's fabulous. Okay, now my attack back. The 3 tank... misses, and it's an event. All right, let's flip it. Human rights abuses. Great. Human rights groups raise concerns in the mounting civilian casualties. Mounting civilian casualties? I've been great. Leading commanders to be more careful. For every 2 points of collateral damage currently... Okay, nope, we don't have to do anything. Great. But that was still a miss for the 3. Okay, now the 2+. There we go. So, mortars, no more. Anytime it asks about mortars, we will just be able to skip it entirely. Okay, and our last tank battle is a regular militia. They're more annoying. Okay, so on a 4+, they got it. And yeah, let's take it on the 2+ tank, because 3+ might still be enough to hit. Let's see if they block it automatically. No. Okay, now we attack. So 3+ tank. Oh, got him. And that is an event, so we'll see what that is. Time for heroes. A young child is in the line of fire. We may attempt a daring rescue. Okay, so on a 1 to 3, I add a disruption marker to one of my units. On a 4 to 6, I reduce collateral damage by 1. May attempt. I'm not going to attempt it because I don't need to reduce the collateral damage. Sorry, you young child. Okay, other tag, 3+. Let's use one of our special orders to reroll that because I just want to kill this guy. Gosh darn it. Let's use... Oh, wait, no, 3+ is enough. What am I doing? Okay, and then finally... 4+. Yay! All right, so we have taken this guy out in 1 turn. Love that. Yeah, now the plan is for the tanks to just kind of go ham all over here. I guess I won't be able to cut off their supply this next turn, but soon. And then I can send the non-tank guys that can fit into the old city from the other side. All right, let's do the old city combat first. I'm kind of terrified of this. It is the human shield. Oh, and just a large IED. Crud. Oh, I didn't use my IED thing yet. Yeah, because the large IED does 1 damage on a 4 through 5 and 2 damage on a 6. And these are my good units. All right, so let's see how it does. So that's 1 damage. I'll use my robot. And, oh, I lose it forever? That was a waste of 4 points. And I take 1 step loss. But, I mean, I took out an entire area of the old city already, so that's really good. I've got a foothold now. And the human shields didn't come into play at all. So, yeah, that was, I'll take the damage for that. And when I'm ready to use the operational pause, I can't initiate attacks in their areas that turn, but I get to put all my HQs to 3 special orders, and I take away 1 step loss from 1 unit in each group, so I could heal like the 1 CTS guy if I need to. All right, what's left? Here and here. Let's see what's up with here. Okay, it's another one of those little militia guys, and, oh, geez, this is a tough nut to crack. Okay, their 4+ attack is a hit, but not an event, and their 5+ attack is also oh my gosh. Okay, hey, blue guy. Well, he's still at a 5+, so that's not too bad. Okay, let's do our 3+ attack first. Misses. No, he doesn't. I'm going to use my first special order to reroll that. Okay, there we go. That's 1 hit. Second 3+ guy. What the fridge? Okay, it's an event. Now, even if you reroll, the event still goes off. Let's do the 1 damage first. But I'm going to reroll it, I think. Positive ID. Battlefield Chaos makes it difficult to distinguish friend from foe. The Daesh player may place a rumor in any unoccupied area. Oh, but I have a coalition UAV, so it's ignored. Although I don't remember how that one would work. They have like special rules for some of the cards like this in the rule book, but here it doesn't matter, so I'm not going to look. But yeah, I'm using a second reroll for them to try to reroll that hit. There we go. I guess I'm this guy. Okay, then finally, the 5+ now. Cop. I mean, I've got full order. Oh, no, I don't have full orders for them. Wait, when did I use a blue order for them? Did I forget to raise it up? Well, whatever. I'm not going to reroll that. Now, they get to retreat. But then if they don't retreat, I get to decide if I want to have another combat with just these guys attacking, but all the defenders still get to attack. Although now they're only hitting on a 6+ and a 5+. But we see they seem to roll 6s a lot. But if they retreat, the best they could do would be there. So I don't think they're going to retreat. And I'm going to go ahead and do another round of combat because time is not on my side otherwise. All right, so their 5+ guy misses, yay. And their 6+ guy misses as well. So that was a 2. And then only my yellow guys get to roll because this is their special capability. So 3+, miss, dang it. Now I won't reroll it. I'm running out of things. Okay, there we go. So I don't know, I guess they'll try to keep both blocks alive. Or no, I think I'd rather have a guy who's more likely to hit. Okay, and then I have to retreat because I have not defeated them. So let's all 3 go back here. And that guy, well, I guess he doesn't flip back up until later, but whatever. So couldn't quite seal the deal there. How about here? Oh, a rumor and a militia. Okay, so he's attacking on a 4+. Misses. Beautiful. And 3+, 3+, 5+. Okay, 3+. Gosh darn it. And that's an event as well. Place a disrupted marker on a unit in an area that contains ISF units from different colors, different headquarters. But I get to choose. So, I don't know. Let's disrupt this guy back here. Okay, that was my first attack. Now the other 3+ guy hits and not an event. Okay. And then the 5+ guy, no. And could they retreat effectively? I mean, they can go back there, which I think they probably would want to do just to like protect their... Yeah, okay. They'll retreat and actually give it up to me. I think that's the right call here. Okay, more eventful turn. We're going to have a lot more of those. But hey, we're in the old city. Yay! I'm going into round 4. They do not have mortars anymore, but they still have all their other special stuff. They are still in supply. Oh, yay, mortars. If it's in play, no. Get out of here. Okay, rig for demolition. If ISF forces are inside the old city, detonate explosives at the Grand Mosque of Al-Nuri. That's right here. Add 1 to the collateral damage. Ignore it if it was not under their control, which clearly it is. All right, so they just got a collateral damage. That's like a 1-point card, I think, in the competitive game, so they're going to take it pretty frequently. Okay, and then, ISF units must re-roll the first successful attack in each area next turn. That kind of sucks. Huh. It almost sucks enough that I feel like maybe I should use my operational pause. I mean, I guess if a 3+ guy misses and then has to re-roll a 3+, that's not like the worst thing in the world. Yeah, I don't know. Nah, I'm just going to suck it up and see what happens. Okay, so go to my support phase. All my leaders are back to 3 except for yellow. They're at 2, but we'll use that pause maybe to get them back later. I want to use my UAV here and hopefully just cut off their supply immediately if this is like nobody or if I kill them. Oh, it's their friggin' best unit. That's the one veteran that starts out outside of the walls. So let's see if we can hit him, though. That'd be great. Yeah. All right. I mean, do I want to UAV him again? Because he is so dangerous. And if he gets into the old city, again, he gets +1 to all his hits. Yeah, my collateral damage, by the way, is still at 1, so I still can't fail to roll double that. Yeah, let's go for the UAV with him one more time. Why not? Dang it. Okay, so missed. But we know we got to bring some heat against that guy. We can freely move like a ton now. So let's bring in like all my 2+ tanks, which again are going to be much less useful in a second when like everybody is gone from the all the people who are just fighting in the old city with nothing else left. Okay, and then let's bring 3+, 3+, 3+ tank over to these guys. And then I got some of these guys that can actually like help out. Where do I want them to go? Let's see, I can kind of like put them all together here, maybe with the HQ, so we're still kind of close. And that way they'll be ready to go into the old city in a second once that's cleared out, hopefully. Wait, I just realized, why do all... I should have the 3+ guys in the easier area and the 2+ guys in the harder area. Yeah, there we go. That seems smarter. All right, let's keep pushing into the old city with those guys. And sure, let's go in here as well, see what awaits us. I don't think anybody else is making it in this turn, are they? Let's see, we can move these guys up with... Do I have a better blocker than that? That guy's pretty hurt already. Let's move him in to help him out. Then we'll move up this guy, and I guess the leader to be close enough. And this lone police guy can hang out by himself. All right. That seems reasonable, I think. Yeah, because I don't really know where else to put this guy. Actually, you know what? Let's bring this guy back along the roads to be able to drive along the other highway and help out, like, just kind of wherever we need him, tanking some damage for tanks or something. All right, so this is that. Oh, that's right. That's a really tough guy. Maybe that's why I sent in the good tanks. Yeah, you know what? Before we reveal anything else, let's do a little bit of that. And, oh, no, it's him. He's hitting on a 4+, and it's a 1 event right now. He hits. Let's take it on one of the 3 tanks because I want to use the 2 tank to avoid the defensive position reroll thing. And no block. We're not getting lucky with our blocks this turn. Okay, and now I'm going to do the 2+ attack first. It hits. I have to reroll it, and it still hits. Great. So he's down to 5. Okay, and then the 3+ tank. Why not? Hit. Just need 1 more. Come on, 4+ tank. It's a 1, but I'm going to reroll it. Oh, there is a 1 event. So before I reroll, let's see what happens. Recycling. Daesh troops fashion a booby trap from unexploded ordnance. Place an IED in any area containing only Daesh units. Okay, and again, I have to figure out where that would make the most sense. How about backing up this solo person? Well, actually, here, let's protect the Grand Mosque more. There we go. All right, but I'm going to reroll that, 4+ hit. I'm going to reroll it again. I just really want this guy gone. Beautiful. Oh, crud, we did get an event. Hold on. Target opportunity. Iraqi soldiers spot a group of Daesh fighters. If the eyes choose to open fire on a 1 to 2, increase collateral damage. Daesh player suffers a step loss in the area adjacent to ISF. Oh, man, that's really good. On 3 to 6, let's go for it. Don't roll a 1 or 2. Gosh. Okay, we're up to 2 collateral damage. But we defeated the 1 veteran. I feel great about that. Let's see what's up here. It's a rumor. Oh. Where'd that guy come from? Why is he wounded? Did I shoot him and he ran away? Oh, yeah, I kind of remember him running away. Okay. All right, so he's attacking on a 5+. He hits. Gosh, darn it. We'll take it on one of the 2+. And nope. And then for the first attack, we'll do the 2+ because, again, it gets rerolled. If it misses, we'll call that a hit. And reroll it again. Okay, still a hit. And then one of the 3+, just need one of these to hit. That's an event. I'm not going to reroll it. Fighting devastates. If it's in the old city, no. Getting lucky with that so far. Okay, and last 3+. I'm rerolling that. That's my last reroll for the brown unit. Okay, there we go. Oh, but that's another event. Open fire. 9th AD units may fire into the densely built old city. If so, roll for each old city area adjacent to a 9th AD unit. Oh, 9th are my main tanks. On a 5+, a Daesh unit suffers a step loss there. After resolving all attacks, add 1 to collateral damage. Oh, so no matter how many I do. But do I even have anybody? Nah, they're all a little too far away. I would have liked that. Oh, well. So that does mean even when I wipe out everybody, I should just have the tanks surround the old city to use that if it comes up again. All right, I think the only 2 fights left are... Oh, 3 fights, yeah. So let's do the not old city one first. Okay, it's a wounded militia. They got a 5+. They miss, but it is an event. Snap decision. A car is approaching an ISF checkpoint. Oh, my gosh. Okay, if we shoot or not... On a 1 to 3, the car contains suicide bombers. If we didn't shoot, 1 Iraqi unit adjacent to a major role must take a step loss. On a 4 to 6, you know what? We'll take the chance because I can suffer steps more easily than collateral damage. And crud, it was a suicide bomber. So an Iraqi next to a major road take a step loss. So let's say this 3 tank, because I think their 5+ can still prevent it. And of course it doesn't. But they only have like 7 more people they can even fight. And several of those are going to be rumors. So it's okay. All right. So that was his attack on me, right? So now my first attack, and I got to reroll it if I hit 3+. Reroll forced. Okay. And my second 3+ guy, yay, that was a good little knock there. Finish him off. Awesome. Okay, so that was pretty good. And they can use highway travel to get into the old city next turn. All right, so all that's left are the really important ones. Let's do the one with only 1 block. Oh, God. So they get +1 to hit here. It is going to hurt. Okay, so they do hit. That's not surprising. Oh, and by the way, they can decide to do a second round as well if they want to, although I don't think I would choose to here. All right, so I do get besides my commander, who has 2 rerolls left because I've been saving them, I also have my coalition training mission to give a CTS unit a reroll once per this phase because you really got to get this damage through so this guy can't just murder us over and over. All right, so the 3+ first, since he has to be rerolled if he hits. Okay, hit, rerolled by the card. Still a hit. Heck yeah. Okay, and then the 4+ is... Okay, we're definitely going to reroll that, but hold on, we got a 1. Oh, we do take a lot of collateral damage because it is in the old city this time. So we're at 3 already. Okay, and for this reroll, I'll use this one since it's free. Okay, come on. 4 plus. Hey, there we go. All right, so that's the best we could hope for. So he would definitely want to retreat at this point, right? Because he's going to hit 50-50 of the time, but I might finish him off. So, yeah, I guess he would go like in here towards the heart of the old city. And actually, I just checked. For retreat, they can retreat to any area of the old city. They don't have any restrictions for that. All right, what do we got here? A militia. Oh, wow. So this is actually a pretty weak one compared to most of their places. Oh, you know what? Weird. I realized because I didn't leave anybody here because I didn't want to overstack when I retreated, they can retreat into here. That's annoying. I mean, hopefully they'll be mostly dead by then. Okay, so the 4 plus misses. Love it. 5 plus misses. Oh, my gosh. Okay. But now I got to reroll my first hit. So 3 plus hits. Reroll it. Still a hit. We are doing great. I think they want to keep one guy who actually hits very often. Okay, and then my 4 plus... yeah, I'll use one of my things to reroll it. These initial attacks are pretty dang important. Okay. So let's say they kill this guy, because that way they can just fit more good units around. Okay, now, yeah, I think he'd just want to retreat here just to be annoying and keep full health. But now I can keep, where's the leader? Where's their media place? Where's their ID factory? Where's their, weapons factory? They're all in here. There aren't that many cubes to go around. And wait, that's the human shield, right? One of those two? Okay. So we'll just keep on pushing on. We're doing good, I think. And the stupid defensive position card is gone, so no more forced rerolls for a while. All right, now we go to round 5. The historical result was victory on round 10, so I'm definitely doing well here. Oh, crud, tunnels. Daesh forces mount a surprise attack using underground tunnels and sewers. Locate the weakest ISF force within 3 zones of an area containing 2 or more Daesh units. This lone rearguard police guy does not count. A clear one would be like this guy, this guy, or this guy. I think they'd prefer to take out the guy who's actually kind of strong if I use that healing card. But it has to be within 2 Daesh units. Well, here, we'll do here, because they don't want to weaken the old city, right? So there we go. There's the tunnel. Okay, now I do get to reveal this for free and see where the combat... Wait. Oh, okay. He just admitted. Yay! Go ahead, buddy, attack. Yeah, it said to reveal them and take the strongest combat unit and send them through the tunnel. Ooh, and any Daesh hit of 6 inflicts an extra step loss this turn. Well, that's the entire turn. Oh, that's terrifying. And then if the leader is in play, all Daesh units may reroll 1 this turn. Okay, I think I might do my hold and refresh turn, because that's terrifying. But this time, I'm the defender, so I get to hit first on a 5 plus. You did great, buddy. You know what? Ooh, I didn't use any blue rerolls, so let's go ahead and reroll that. Low chance it'll hit, but hey, can try. Nope. Do I want to reroll again? You know what? I might as well. There's not really going to be that many blue units in combat this coming turn. Gosh darn it. Okay, so we missed, and now they attack. They're hitting on a 4 plus, but if they get a 1, they reroll it. If they get a 6, it's double damage. Okay, just 1. All right, so that guy is 1 away from death. And then I believe he can retreat back through the tunnel. Although that's a much less scary space now because I know it's just him. And yeah, I do think I'm going to call the operational pause because them getting so much extra damage would especially make combat over here just crazy. Although that sucks because I'm totally ready to cut off their supply. So I hope the next card doesn't specifically call out supply related stuff. All right, so I can still move. I just can't go into Daesh occupied areas. So I can still move around my people. I remove all disruption markers. There's only 1. All HQs go back to 3, which is especially good for yellow. Actually, all of them were down in the dregs, so that's good. And then I get to heal 1 unit from each group. So let's do this CTS unit. Let's do this blue guy because we're going to take some negative points at the end of the game for each person that's within 1 of death. And then all my guys that can actually go into the old city are still healthy. So let's heal, this 4 tank to a 3 plus side. That's my entire turn, so it goes to round 6 very quickly. Okay, and the arms cache is still in the old city. Place an Oshball or militia unit in any empty space northwest of the old city. Well, clearly they'll pick militia northwest of the old city. I think they'd want to go here because that's the one that's protecting their supply. Dang it. If a Daesh is out of supply, remove the Daesh unit nearest the northern map edge. Nope. Okay, and then guerrilla tactics. Oh, God. Move the 3 southernmost Daesh units adjacent to an ISF area into that area. During the combat phase, each conducts its attack first, then retreats toward the old city before the ISF can return fire. Okay, there's 3 southernmost Daesh units adjacent, so that'd be these 3. So they're all, oh God, they're going to run in here where my HQ is. I don't love that. Okay, it's a militia. Oh, it's their arms factory. Hey, now I know where that is. And that's a human shield. And they just get to attack me. So 4+, misses, yay, and 6+. Okay, that was not too bad. And then they can retreat however they like. So certainly now that I know it's there, let's put the arms factory farther away from my units with the militia. We'll put the human shield here just to slow down combat because it's not actually going to fight at all. But yeah, I know I can just charge in here. That's cool. All right, but let's try to mop up operations here. So there's literally only 8 units left on the board, and I still got a lot of tanks. And I really want to cut off their supply. Oh, I got my UAV. Let's use that. Oh, crud. I could have used my UAV last turn. Let's say that I did that because even though I couldn't move into enemy areas, I could still attack. So I don't know. Let's say that I did this guy. Okay, it's a militia. So first, I have to roll. Collateral damage is at 3, so I have to roll double. That's an 8, yes. Okay, so my first UAV attack misses. Second UAV attack hits. Okay, and that was last turn. This turn, tanks probably don't need that. Where do I want to go? Let's do this guy for the first. Oh, I got to roll to see if I get it again. 6 doubled, yes. Okay, so attacking that guy. Ooh, got a step loss. And then let's try one of the other doubled up people here. Oh, it's an IED and missed it. All right, let's go raw and try to cut off their supply. We can also go raw and cut it off no matter what in there. Okay, and then let's send these 2 into here. Let's send these fresher guys into here. And I think, I guess they would have to go into there. I'm just thinking these guys. So let's actually just try to fight in there to kind of clear things up a bit with my weaker units. And these guys will move over here to be closer. Okay, human shield. We can move the leader up safely because we know that's not going to do anything. Let's send our actual tough units in here to try to take out that arms cache. And then we can try to shoot this guy up some with the only units that can reach him. And then this guy can move up there, and they can move up there. And our one police guy we left back can, I don't know, go in here to back up. All right, we're certainly in the, well, not really the tail end, because this can just take so long to clear up, but we were certainly making some good progress. All right, so human shield, you're gone. We already knew about you. We've got max rerolls left. We've got our automatic reroll thing, so I'm feeling pretty good about all of that. So let's do the more important fights first. All right, here we go. Militia's got full life. They're not going to kill the arms cache until the militia's completely gone. And one of them can fit in here without disrupting if I don't defeat them fully. All right, so their 4+ attack misses, no event. And their 6+ attack misses, like all of that. My first 3+ attack, let's use our free reroll with the coalition training mission, because that was dumb. There we go. And our second 3+ attack. Is that another one? We'll use an order to reroll that. Awesome. So they're going to take both steps on this guy, obviously. And now they can partially retreat, so they're certainly going to send the weapons cache over here, and this guy will kind of do a rear guard action. We can fight a second round because of the CTS, and he missed, not an event. And let's see if we can wipe him out. That's a miss. I'm not going to reroll yet. There we go. Thank gosh. All right, so the arms cache is there with something else. We'll see what it is later. Now let's take a break from the CTS. All right, so this... Oh, I thought he was injured. Why did I think... Oh, that's right. He just ran in and attacked me. He didn't get hurt. So he's attacking on a 4+. He misses. Blue's got max rerolls, so 4+ misses. Not an event. Let's reroll it. And okay, that is an event, but let's see what happens. Proportionate to military advantage, the ISF player may choose to emphasize either force protection or protection of civilians. If they choose the former, reduce casualties by 1 but increase collateral damage by 1. If the latter, reduce collateral but increase casualties. Well, I know I'm doubling casualties, so I'll reduce my collateral damage to 2. That's nice. Okay, now the 5+ guy, I probably don't need to waste a reroll on that. Nah, I'll just let it stand. Okay, and then we have to retreat because we don't have any cool... Well, would he retreat into the old city? You know what? He definitely would, wouldn't he? Because they can, I can bring less force to bear there. So I think this tunnel isn't going to matter anymore. Now, let's see how the supply run goes, or the canceling. Oh, gosh, that's a lot of guys. They're definitely going to hold out this turn. Okay, the 4+ guy hits, and we'll roll to see if the tank blocks it. Yay, finally. Okay, and the 5+ guy misses. Okay, 2+ tank. That's a hit and an event. They'll take it on the more hurt guy. Embedded reporter. Forward journalists asked to embed with your frontline units. Okay, if I agree. So 1 would add collateral damage. 2 to 4, nothing happens. 5 to 6, reduce it. We'll try it. Oh, cool. So we're down to 1 collateral damage. All right, now my 3+. Also hits, also an event. So they'll kill this guy off. Okay, if combat's in an old city or urban area, which it is, that's an urban area, add 1 collateral damage. Okay, and finally the 4+ attack hits. Wow. But now we have to retreat. They're certainly not going to retreat and give up their supply if they don't have to, but we should be able to finish them off next turn. But actually, if any of these fights go better, then it won't matter. Dang it, I thought there were more rumors left. Maybe there aren't. Okay, so that's a 5 and a 5. Okay, first 5 misses. Second 5 misses with an event. Chasing Ghosts. Rumors and misinformation hamper operations. Daesh may immediately place 1 rumor in any non-ISF area, or 2 if they have a media center, which they do. So they can use this to make it harder for me to move around. So yeah, here, they can like hamper my movement there. Well, I guess that wouldn't really, this would, no, would that, I don't know if any of those would actually hamper my movement. Well, it just means one more place we got to move into in the old city, right? So that could be annoying. But here might help them keep supplies, so they like that. All right, that was both their attacks. Let's see how we do. We're not going to be able to finish them off regardless. Okay, 2+. Gosh, really? Okay, we have to do an event, but then I'm going to re-roll that. Because, yeah, my headquarters is still in range. Friendly fire. Oh, no. If the player drew this card as a federal police militia Ashbel unit, no. Because it's just my tanks. All right, and my re-roll with the leader. Nice. So I guess we'll just do 1. Okay, and then a 3+. We get 2 3+. Hit. And 3+ hit. So they'll kill this guy and get this guy down. And then, yeah, he can still help protect the supply line by going here where the rumor is. So I think he'll... Well, actually, wait, would he just want to force us to run away? Yeah, I guess he would. So he'll stay there and we'll have to retreat back. Oh, crap, and these people don't have anywhere to retreat to. Ugh. Okay, oh, it's an IED and a militia. This could be touchy. Okay, IED misses. They need a 4+ to disrupt or injure. Okay, and then 4+ for their guy. No. All right, now come on. Really want to hit here. All right, so 4+ first. Goal. Okay, I need both. Oh, God, I need all of them to hit. Otherwise, I'll get a ton of disruption from retreat. This was dumb, Mike. But I've got 2 rerolls for brown. Oh, but I don't have 2 rerolls for blue because their HQ is way far away. That guy can't help at all. This is a terrible idea. Okay, the other 4+. The other 4+. Oh, got a hit. Not an event. It's a 1. Okay, now the 5+ that I can't reroll. All right. Well, yeah. Nothing I can do about that. So I need to retreat and overstack. I guess the tanks all being disrupted is a little bit less terrible. So, blah. And then, yeah, everybody sucks. At least we're almost done clearing that stuff out. And my brown special orders are still pretty close to full, so I can at least like get the guys that are good in the old city healed pretty quickly. Speaking of the old city, let's see who's waiting for us. Another super soldier. I might have to start using the UAV in there, right? Okay, so 3+, or no, 2+, because they hit extra easily. Yep. I guess I'll take the 3+ to a 4+. Can I do... I have 2 yellow rerolls left from my leader, who is close enough, but I don't have my free card. All right, so 4+. Oh, nice. And not an event. Okay, and my other 4+. Yes. Okay. Keep giving me those rolls. Would they retreat? Yeah, I think at this point they would. Okay, so they'll go back to here. Okay, and let's see who's in here. Ooh, it's their leader and the injured. Okay, let's go. If I can kill that guy, they lose a lot of bonuses from their cards. And still got 2 rerolls. All right. I guess 2 rerolls would not be enough. They would take it on the... Oh, but the leader doesn't have anywhere to retreat. No, he does. He can go here. Shoot. Okay. Well, either way, attacking for 5+. Miss. Oh, no, 4+, but he still missed. And 5+ for the leader. No. Oh, here we go. Here comes a pain. 3+. Yes. And 3+. Yes. All right. So, yeah, they're going to kill... Well, yeah, they don't want to kill the leader, do they? All right. And the leader will go back to here. So we know where the arms cache is. We know where the leader is. We've killed a few of... or that might be the first veteran we've killed. But that's pretty good. Gosh, they still have so many units in the old city. But at this point, they're going to be overstacked if they retreat. So I really want to like move these guys up to force them to... Yeah, I should be able to like... Although then I'm overstacked if I retreat. I don't know. It's going to be complicated. All right, we're going into round 7. IED factory. Yes. Place a large IED. Don't love that. In the southernmost non-ISF urban area adjacent to the old city. I guess that'll be here. I don't love that. If Daesh is in supply, they still are. Place a second IED in an adjacent non-ISF area. So that's a regular IED, I think. Okay. Oh, no, they'd rather it be here, wouldn't they, to stop them from getting out of supply? Although if I kill that guy, it won't matter. If Daesh is out of supply, shoot. Roll for each ISF unit adjacent to a Daesh zone. On a 6+, a unit there suffers a step loss. If the Daesh leader arms cache are both still in play, I hate you. It's a 5+. That's like every friggin' place on the map. I got these people adjacent to... All right. So yeah, here, 5+. No. Here, 5 plus. No. Okay, here, this is a really important one. No. Okay, here, another important one. Yes. Yeah, let's do all the, oh man, that one's the leader. Yep. Shoot. Okay, and then this one, all my CSF. Okay, good. All right, the rest I think I don't care about as much. These guys aren't. They aren't. They aren't. They are. That's the last one. No. Okay, only one. That was way better than it could have been. Although it was one of my best units, so that part kind of sucks. All right, I've got my UAV. Let's try to take out that large IED that I just placed, right? Because that could do some damage. Miss. And hey, let's go for it again. Gosh darn it. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. And all my leaders are back to 3, by the way, which is great. So let's just push in everywhere we can, right? So let's send these guys, even though they're weak. Hey, we can at least discover what's there. Maybe we'll get lucky. We can move. Oh, that's the yellow. Oh, no, that's the blue one. So I don't care as much about where they are. This guy can move up here to prevent... Oh, no, they can't retreat out of the old city. All right, so they're going there. They can go there. This guy can move up to prevent retreat. These guys can also move up. This guy can go in with him. And then send like this guy over here with him. That's the leader, right? And is that the armed cache? Yeah, I think that was the armed cache. Okay, well, that's all right. All right. Oh, and I'm going to use two of my brown leaders' powers to undisrupt. Where are the not tanks? Them and them. Then I'm going to send them in here. And the other one, I guess, can go in here along with my stronger tanks. Lots of stuff. Okay, and then these. Oh, that's my police guy. I forgot about him. Let's move these 3 back in here to finish that off, and we should be okay. All right, so let's do the simple stuff first. Take him out of supply. All right, that guy's only got 5 left. Should not be able to stop me this time. He missed with an event. A deadly strike. If the number is less than or equal to the total number of air support, attack, helicopter, and artillery capability cards. I don't have any of those, I don't think. Okay, so I don't have to roll anything at all. The UAV doesn't count as any of those, I don't think. Okay, but he missed. 2 plus hits, and it's an event. Baghdadi dead. Reports claim that the Caliph Abu Bakr, has been killed in Syria. These false reports temporarily demoralized Daesh troops. All those outside the old city will suffer a -1 die roll penalty for the duration of this combat. All right, that was a hit. Now a 4 plus. Yes. Okay, so he's done. Supply is cut. Finally. Gosh, that took a while. All right, let's do this one over here. Let's roll for the large IED, which, remember, hurts quite easy. Ooh, or doesn't do anything. Ha ha ha. All right, and then they've got a militia. This is not going to go well with my disruption. But I do have areas to retreat to, so that's good. Oh, wait, that guy only has a 6. He's already dead almost, so he misses. And my 2 plus, -1, 3 plus misses. What? Okay, my 3 plus, -1, 4 plus hits. There we go. Yeah, feeling good about that. And feeling great that they get -1 to their attack for the rest of the turn, because that's going to help out so much in the old city. All right, I got to figure out like kind of where I can retreat to. So which one's first? All right, there's the leader and a rumor. Oh, that's right. I put that there to kind of slow him down. I forgot about that. Whoops. All right, so the leader needs a 6 to hit with the penalty. No. And I only need a 3 or 4. Let's go get out of here. So no more leadership for them. All right, now with that, I have a lot of places to retreat to. Ooh, it's an injured main guy, although it's going to be tough for us to finish him off, and their media center. So they need a 6 plus for the veteran, or no, a 5 plus with their bonus, but they still missed, and the media center can't even hit at all. I think you still have to roll for an event, which would be a 1, but no. All right, so my 3 plus, got it. They're clearly going to leave the media place until the end, and my 5 plus, 4 plus, got it. All right, and then, yeah, they'll definitely retreat, clearly. They don't want to lose that yet. I got him kind of running scared, y'all. This is the last one, right, for this turn? There it is. Oh, crud. It's the IED factory and the weapons cache, which does mean that, oh, crap, we're fighting here. That's probably going to be like 2 veterans, because I was about to say, I've pretty much killed all the easier units, or I'm hopefully going to kill them. Okay, 6 plus, or no, that's right. They can't possibly hit. We're just rolling for the event, so no. But now 3 plus for me, and I got re-rolls. That is an event. I'm going to re-roll it with the free one. See what the event is. If this card... Oh, whoops, I'm supposed to take this out. That's like if you want to write your own event. Try again. Snap decision. Oh, it's this one again. I'm going to hope it's not a suicide bomber again. And hope I don't get a 1, 2, 3. Gosh darn it, collateral damage goes up 1. Okay, but yes, the free reroll for the 3 plus. No, I'm going to use a leader reroll for the 3 plus. There we go. That's an event, though. A local civilian offers to guide Iraqi forces through the city. If we accept, place a disruption marker on 1 ISF, or 1 ISF unit may immediately make a bonus move. Actually, yeah, that would be useful, I'm seeing. So let's roll for it. Gosh darn it, I got a 1. Disruption. I can disrupt anybody. So here, this injured guy I don't want to use anyway. Okay, and the other attack. Got it. Not an event. Yay! So we've taken out, I think, all of their special stuff at this point. It's just narrowing down their final 8 blocks here. Oh, and crud, I forgot. These guys might not do well. Yep, there's one veteran, and okay, just an injured militia. But these guys got to get the heck out of there. They're going to be murdered. All right, this guy's a 3+ because -1M +1. He hits. We'll take it on the +5 guy here. And the other one is a 6+ to hit. No, but it is an event. Okay, we take another collateral damage. Probably should not have doubled that one because this is so hard to prevent. And now I get 2 + 5+ hits. So no. Oh, my leader's there, so I can re-roll that. Let's try again. Oh, got it. Okay. They're definitely not going to take it on the veteran. Okay, and then the other 5+. No, I'll re-roll that again. Oh, the event is a 6, by the way. Okay, we'll let it be. Okay, and then they have to retreat back. They should have probably been there in the first place. That's okay. All right, we're going into round 8. Should be very near the end here. Counterattack. Oh gosh, attack with as many units as possible against any ISF areas containing fewer than 2 undisrupted units. So they can attack there. Oh, and if Dice still has a leader, reroll the first failed attack roll in each area. Ha ha ha. All right, so they would attack here. Oh, and then fewer than 2 undisrupted units, so all 3 of them could... Well, actually, wait. What's here? It's a... Oh, no, it's just a police. I mean, yeah, I think since they can consolidate 3 people in here, it's going to be better. And that should be it. Okay, and then they would have gotten something from the media center, but it just got taken out. All right, let's see what they're doing. Oh, rumor. Oh, that's right. How did rumor get in there? I'm not sure. All right, so 4+ for them. That's a hit. And an event. Back to business. As the IFF clears the roads of the city, normal economic activity returns to Mosul. If the ISF player can trace a continuous path to secure road movement between the northern and southern map edges, absolutely. Reduce collateral damage by 1. Yay. Okay, and then I get to shoot back for a 5+. No, and it's an event. Great. You know what the heck? I'll use my last blue leader reroll before I refresh. Oh, let's go. Just to hurt the guy a little bit before he runs away. Oh, I didn't see what the event was. 4 coordination. Place a disruption marker on a unit that contains ISF. Oh, from different headquarters. Same one again. Here, I can disrupt the police guy. He's just there to kind of hold a rear guard. All right, what we got here? An IED that couldn't have actually moved in, but it's okay. And a rumor and a almost dead militia. Okay, so we'll roll for the IED. And nothing. Then the militia's trying to shoot at 6. Nope. You done messed up, buddy. 3+ is our best with that tank. That's a miss and an event. Which way do I turn? An ISF unit gets lost in the street. The ISF player may conduct no further attacks in this area during the current combat. What? So the guy just gets to prance away free and clear. All the rest of our attacks are canceled. Great. All right, now it's my turn. Let's do some UAV action. I still want to avoid the old city if I can. So let's reveal this one. Okay, it's a militia. And let's see if we can hit him. Nice. Should I go for him again? What was that? That guy's already really hurt, right? Like I think he's got 1 life left. Yeah, so let's shoot at this guy again. And we miss. Oh, wait. Hold on. I don't technically get an automatic second attack, but I did. 4 times if 2 is 8, and I'm at 3 collateral. All right, so 2 weak militias left. We should be able to finish them off pretty quickly. So yeah, let's move all 3 tanks in. And geez. So let's see. I can send him in with this guy. It's not perfect, but it's okay. Send these 2 in here, I guess. This guy can move up along with them. Whoops, don't knock. These 2 can go in here. These 2 can go in here. And then to prevent any retreating, let's move some people up. Well, I can't fully prevent retreating, it looks like. But I can do some stuff. Let's move this guy back here so he doesn't get shot. Okay. So that's a 6. And oh, he actually hits me. Oh, I can roll for the block. Let's do it on the 2+ guy. Yay, we did it. All right, and 2+. Yeah, finishes him off. There we go. Only 1 unit left outside the old city. So now it's just a lot of fighting. Okay, that guy's a militia. It's not too bad. He does hit. Dang it. I guess we'll have them both be 4+. Okay, now my first 4+ misses. Let's use the free reroll for that. Come on, buddy. There we go. All right, so he's only got 1 life left. And my second 4+. Okay. Although I guess he wouldn't have retreated anyway because he would have had to disrupt his own people. All right, so we finished that one off. Let's go here. Oh, gosh. Okay. That guy's almost dead, but that guy's nasty. All right, so rolling for the 2+ guy. He hits. All of these people are still fresh. And their 6+ guy misses. Okay, my 3+ hits. Not with an event. It's a 1, so they'll clearly take that guy away. And then my other guy, it's an event. I will re-roll it, but let's see what the event is. Situation report. Add together the current game turn and current number of Daesh blocks outside the old city. That would be turn 8, 1 block, 9. If the total is less than 12, they're making good progress, thereby limiting, clear collateral damage by 1. Yay. We are making good progress. All right, what was it? 4+ with the reroll. There we go. All right, so he's injured. Now he cannot retreat, which means we can run away or fight a second round. We're clearly going to fight a second round, although he will hurt us probably with only needing a 3+. Yep, and that's an event as well. All right, we'll get them both to 4+. Daring raid. ISF Special Forces may conduct a nighttime raid across the Tigris River. If they choose to do this on a 1, add 1 to casualties, 3 to 4. Select 1 Daesh unit in area adjacent to river to suffer a step loss. That could be one of the guys here. Sure. I need a 5 or a 6. Okay. Yeah, so I don't know who it is, but let's do this one. Oh, blew up a large IED. I'm okay with that. Okay, now I'm hitting back with 4+. Yes. And a second 4+. Let's use a reroll. I have 1 left. Yes. Okay, so he's not dead. So we have to retreat. All right. I guess we can both... Oh, crud. Do I have to take... Dang it, do I have to take disruption? Yeah, I do, don't I? Because we have to all go here. All right. That's stupid, Mike. But we got a veteran who's almost... I mean, really, we're so close here. Let's see what this one is. Oh, crud, they did have their media center. So that means all collateral damage would have been doubled. Shoot. I thought I had killed that. So it tries to attack me, misses, and 3+ dead with an event. Now they don't have the media center. Add 1 collateral damage. You know what? We'll double that because I feel like I probably missed an effect that would have, so we're up to 4. All right, and what do we got? We got fresh, fully powered main guy, and an IED. Let's roll for the regular IED first. Miss. Beautiful. Yeah, there's going to be another tough guy. He hits on a 2+. Dang it. Yeah, 4+. Okay. And I've only got, my leader's still in range. I've only got 1 reroll left for this turn. Oh, didn't need to waste anything. Okay. And yeah, I'll use the 1 reroll for that. Although my chances, yes. Okay, so he's at a 5+ now. He can retreat, and I think he probably would, right? To the one spot I couldn't cover. Okay. So going into round 9, this should be the last round, unless I really suck at rolling. In fact, I can even use my UAD to help out. Mortars, no. Snipers. Oh, the 2 northernmost IFS agents adjacent to a Daesh area come under sniper fire. If the ISF has... Oh, and are disrupted. Okay, so just the tanks over there. They're certainly northernmost. Let's do the 2 and the 3, so we still have a good chance of hitting. Oh, counterattack. Attack with as many units as possible against ISF areas containing fewer than 2 undisrupted units. And they don't get to reroll anything. Okay, so here... they don't want to leave the old city, right? They could attack into that area, so sure, they'll run in here, and here, and here. This might be good for us if they roll badly. Okay, so this guy's a 4+ because he's still in the old city. Hits. Okay, good job, tank. Survive. And I got... Is my tank leader near enough? Yes, he is. And I got 2 rerolls. So let's see what happens. A 4. I'm going to reroll it. Why not? A 6. Hey, not an event. So that was pretty awesome. And then he could fight a second round. I don't think he wants to. That was a bad idea. Okay, then this guy's got a 5+ against 3 tanks. Good luck. No, sir. Okay, my 3+ tank with a disruption misses with an event. Spray and pray. ISF units fire blindly at targets and pay the price. 1 more collateral. Okay, and then I got 2 4+. There's 1. And come on, just get the kill. No. All right, well, that's fine. I mean, he's nearly dead. We can just charge in a second. Okay, and then here... Oh, he's got a... What are you doing, man? 5+, he misses. And we're disrupted. We're not that disrupted. Okay, I'm hitting on a 5+ with all of them. That's a miss. Next one is a hit. All right, so that takes him out. And cool, for my final turn, let's see if we can use our UAV double. Yes. And let's attack this guy twice if needed. First time misses. Second time misses. All right, and then Rao. Actually, do we have anybody better? I guess this 2+ disrupted tank would be better to go. Oh, wait, no, because they would have to stop at the road, so I don't think they can use it. Crud, I just knocked all my people. So sure, you can go in. Okay, and then my absolute best remaining units will go in here. Oh, is that it? That's the last guy? Okay. So this should be it. All right, so here, he's hitting on a 5+. Really? Can you just leave me alone? I've only got 2 possible reroll. Oh, do I need to move the leader up? 1, 2, 3. No, we're still good. The yellow leader over here. Okay, so 4+ hit. And no. Let's reroll it. Gosh darn it, that's an event. Casualty evacuation. The player must apply a disruption marker to a friendly combat unit in the same or adjacent area as it assists in case evac. Okay, so I can disrupt, I don't know, same or adjacent. This one. Okay, I'm using my 1 reroll. This is still my first attack. Gosh darn it. Okay, and second attack. There we go. God, man. Okay, so that will end the game, but we still get to do this final fight. So he tries to hit me on a 6. No. And best tank is a 3+. Yes. Okay, yay. So I think it went pretty well. Let's see. So, hold on. Casualties is not actually done yet. I got to check everyone who's been hurt within 1. I lost no units, which is pretty crazy. For everyone that I had lost, I would have had to take 2 casualties. So who's on their final step, not counting leaders that started there? Is it nobody? Tank's okay. Yeah, I mean, I really did spread out my damage pretty well. So no, yeah, nobody's within death. So my casualties stay at 1. Collateral damage is 5. Oh, I didn't see what they're doubling casualties. Okay, so that's a 2. 5 doubled is 10, so that's a 12. And then the 9th turn, somewhat faster than historically, is a 21, which is a major Iraqi victory. I was going to say things went very well. So much better than my last game. Now, you can make the game significantly more difficult. Like you can give them extra units and extra factories and things to give them some redundancy. You can give them a double turn on the first 3 rounds to get some extra stuff doing and like mortar fire you and stuff. And you can increase the casualties and collateral damage thing earlier. So you can make things more challenging if you want. But yeah, that went pretty well. I will try to have a review of this one, kind of the competitive and solo game overall. But I hope you enjoyed watching. Thanks for being here. And a special thank you to our biggest Patreon supporters, J. Willie MF, Pedro Lucas, Nick Skeen, Wayne Scott, Steve Wren, Miles, and KCW. We'll see you at the next stop.